The Hawaii Invitational tournament has been going on for about 32 years now. It's almost like somebody invites you to their dream when you go to this tournament. We all really value that tournament, the time we get together, but also the time to see other people that you've known from your past, from the community, or even meeting new people out there on those fields. It really is a special place. It feels sacred to me, you know, those fields. And you ask anybody that's been to that tournament and they'll say the same thing.
Step out, step out.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back, tell me I'm garbage. I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. A foe in affection, I summon and dub it. I'm in. Cause done with your efforts, I'm dealing with pressures. I know it's a lesson, that's word of the wise. Dubbing the mixes, I'm mixing. I know I've been missing, I needed some personal time. Fuck all the pictures, dimensions, I done with your digits. I mean, it's really the time. Why is you all on my phone?
Having been a lifelong lacrosse fan and also coming from a recruiting background, I thought it'd be fun to put those pieces together and try to, you know, take my love and enthusiasm for the game and my pride in just putting the right people in the right seats, and also a chance to have sort of an experiment to focus on culture and how that would affect a lacrosse team and a group of people all moving towards a common goal. Well, for a long time we've played in honor of things, and as I mentioned before, it's kind of a secret weapon for us because we motivate people by letting them know what it is that we're going to be playing for, and that means that Wimmer Solutions, the company, the corporate entity, is going to make donations to a 501c3 or two that is based in something that we're about, and we explain the concepts of what it is that we're actually playing for, the impact that actually gets made by these things. This year, we knew that it was really important for us to support Hawaii itself because of what had happened in Maui with that fire. It was just absolutely devastating. So that was one of the two things. That was a no-brainer, an easy one to play for. And another cause that we played for was for Iluna, which is basically a camp for children who have suffered loss. Usually it's either been a veteran or someone that lost their lives that way, or someone who their parents have struggled with dependency issues. You know, it's the type of thing where, again, if you set people up from the beginning the right way, you have people who are starting with the right ingredients, then you can make a hell of a meal. This year at the tournament, we were playing in honor of somebody who was very close to me and extremely close to some other people on the team, and that's Ronald Anthony Mincio. I gave him the nickname Papa Bear years ago because I got to know him really well on a cross-country bike ride that I did with his son Kevin, who's one of my best friends, and passed away in July of that year, and leaving a huge hole, missed by so many people. Just when you talk about integrity and character and kindness and love, it's hard to think of somebody who could embody those things any more than Ron Mincio.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Down. 1, 2, 3. Papa Bear.
So the final of last year's tournament is undoubtedly, I think, the most exciting game that I've ever taken part in out there and seen out there, because we had a really good team, but so did the O Club. And they were loaded with players, and they took it to us right out of the gates. I was never worried, but I was worried, a little bit about how this was, the outcomes and how it was going to go.
All right, hey, we're in good shape, but in the short game with long possessions, we've got to win ground balls. Do you understand? Come on.
Here we go. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
But we just kept chipping away. We knew when to have the right guys out there, and we got a chance to put people like Jay Carlson in the mix and have him peppered in with the attack, and so really changing the look of how things were. Towards the end, it's a tie game, and none other than Dan Ipe decided to take it into his own hands. Dan, had the ball just inside the midfield line, had his man beat. I thought maybe he could have taken that shot at that point.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, baby.
And Jules had the foresight to make that cut at the right time and catch it and put the ball in the back of the net on a quick stick. It was beautiful.
That's my fucking boy right there. What's up? Across the crease.
Come on.
Like we talked about, across the crease.
Let's go.
That's the dog right there. Good job, baby. Good fucking job.
We also were fortunate to have a guest coach with us this year, and that's Matt Mincio. So the Kevin's brother and Ron's other son, and Matt was pretty emotional, all weekend. And I remember him saying at one point,
the team, I lost my dad this year, but I gained a fucking 70 amazing human beings. Athletes, so yeah, on and off the field, I love you guys.
Oh yeah.
On 3, Papa Bear.
1, 2, 3. Papa Bear!
and so it was, still gets me emotional to think about that, him saying that. I'd say that one of the best things about Papa Bear was his sense of curiosity, and I think whether it's deliberately or not, some of those traits of that curiosity and care for people show up in the teammates. The way that we act together and separately. Him being an educator, it made me even more proud to see the way that all the guys who participate in the free clinic approach that in a spirit of true teaching. And true teaching isn't about how you sound, it's about getting the point across and watching the light go on with people. And that was what he was all about, and that's what our players do for during that clinic, and other times off of it. Another thing, the way that the team probably embodies Papa Bear, Ronald Anthony Mincio, is just that he was kind of a mischievous guy, again in a good way.
Yeah, we have to have a chat. Sir, we'll talk about you're yelling in my face.
He always had this smile, he always saw the humor in things, and but he's right there to build you up when you were down. He's somebody who's gonna put his arm around you and tell you that that's the way the ball bounces sometimes, and let's get on with it.
Papa Bear on 3. 1, 2, 3. Papa Bear!
Wimmer Island.
Callum Robinson, AKA the Big Koala.
The Big Koala. 6'5", 225 pounds.
I'm feeling fresh, youthful, young, and ready to win some ships.
Last week, the lacrosse world tragically lost one of our greatest ambassadors, Callum Robinson.
Well, to talk about Callum Robinson is so heavy, and it's so surreal right now. He's been a huge part of the team, a larger-than-life part of the team, and not just because of his frame and prowess that way. Just it was his personality, it was his heart. This was a fun, loving guy who lived life. He was a superstar who made you feel like a superstar. He was just, truly a one-of-a-kind guy.
Remind these guys coming out of the blocks why we're the #1 seed.
And the tragedy of losing him, along with his brother Jake and their friend Carter Rhodes, has been something that I think I'm not anywhere near over it.
If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not being rude, but it's just your attitude. and it's tearing me apart, and it's ruining every day.
And I'm going to make a point to never forget about it, and I can tell you that we are, as a team and family, we're going to honor him forever, you know, and he's always going to be with us, and it's just impossible to erase the memory of that guy and to deny the impact that he's had on the team and on the individuals that make up that team. You know, you really learn who people are, not when times are easy, but when times are tough, and you go through something as tough as we've just gone through, and I see who you are. I'm so proud to know you, and so proud of all of you for stepping up and doing the things that have been done to support Cal and his family. It really says a lot about your character and your personality and the way that you live life to have all come together in this way. You know, I believe that lacrosse community is inherently, you know, a close community, but it's a whole nother level when I consider what's been built here through the efforts of people like, you know, Train and Rock and Ratliff and Banger and all the people that have been involved over the years. To be able to step up in the ways that they have, to pull together, to support each other. You know, there's some times that I've really struggled through this, and you know, my friend Josh Rockman lived up to his nickname Rock in the way that he showed up for me, and I think everybody else as well on the team by helping us get through this. So I thank you. I'm so proud to know you. I love you. Live like Cal.
You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have